Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Following his arrest in NYC, 6ix9ine is reportedly still incarcerated at the same facility as Diddy. Legal troubles are nothing new to 6ix9ine, and sadly for the rapper, it appears that they won't be ending anytime soon. DJ Academics said he was placed under federal detention earlier this week. He is charged with breaking a number of the terms of his supervised release. He allegedly traveled to Las Vegas without authorization, skipped drug tests, and tested positive for marijuana and meth. According to ABC7, 6ix9ine is currently being detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, which is also where Diddy is being kept. For those who don't remember, Diddy was charged with sex trafficking and racketeering and detained last month. He might have to serve a significant amount of time for his claimed offenses. According to reports, 6ix9ine will be incarcerated until his upcoming hearing on November 12. Paul Engelmayer, a federal judge in Manhattan, chastised 6ix9ine in court on Tuesday for reportedly coming an hour late and displaying a full-spectrum disregard for the law. At the moment, the rapper said, "I'm not a bad person. I was up late." The lawyer for 6ix9ine is hopeful despite the situation. Daniel Hernandez was charged with 3 technical violations regarding his supervised release, they informed XXL just lately. "We are confident that each specification will be dismissed." Only a few weeks after he inked a big contract with Cartel Records, 6ix9ine was arrested. He was supposed to avoid legal issues as part of the agreement, which has obviously not gone as planned thus far. This month, 6ix9ine told TMZ, "No, I'm not worried about staying out of trouble. Because, you know now that I'm squeaky clean if you know 6ix9ine. For example, I avoid difficulty. Simply put, trouble always seems to find me." It's unclear at this time whether or how his arrest would affect the agreement. How do you feel about 6ix9ine being arrested by the federal government earlier this week? What about the reports that he and Diddy are housed in the same prison? Diddy's bodyguard is accused of assaulting a man sexually when they were forming the band. In a complaint brought by lawyer Tony Busby, a contestant on Making the Band said that he was sexually molested by Sean Diddy Combs and the mogul's bodyguard. The plaintiff claimed that the abuse happened during his audition for Diddy's reality program, according to court documents that All Hip Hop was able to get. According to the lawsuit, Combs asked plaintiff hypothetical questions about handling situations involving sexual pressure during a one-on-one interview on the first day of the audition. Combs started to sexually abuse plaintiff as he explained these situations, rubbing plaintiff over and beneath his clothes, grabbing and caressing his penis and telling plaintiff to take off his clothes. Combs engaged in sexually explicit behavior, including masturbating himself, as he was groping plaintiff. Combs stressed his capacity to influence plaintiff's future in the music business throughout this interaction, saying he could make or break plaintiff's career. When John Doe, the plaintiff, tried out for Making the Band, he was just 17 years old. On the second day, he underwent what was called a longer interview process. The lawsuit claimed that during this interview, Combs once more told plaintiff to take off her clothes, stating that plaintiff had to prove that she could play the role of a sex idol, which was allegedly necessary for the band's reputation. Combs eventually forced the plaintiff to have oral sex with him and sodomized him as a result of this encounter. On the third day, Diddy's security apparently joined in the abuse. John Doe claimed that because he didn't respond the way Diddy desired, he was kicked out of Making the Band. According to the lawsuit, Combs included his bodyguard T into the sexual advances on the third day. Combs presented this as a test of the plaintiff's determination to go to any lengths in order to be successful in the music business. Plaintiff was coerced into complying with T's request for oral sex, but Combs sexually raped plaintiff once more while caressing and fondling the bodyguard and plaintiff. Combs expressed dissatisfaction since the plaintiff's facial expressions during this ordeal revealed his uneasiness and reluctance. According to Combs, plaintiff's behavior indicated that he intended to report the occurrences, so he claimed he would be keeping an eye on plaintiff. In the end, Combs said that plaintiff was unreliable because he was hesitant to have oral sex on his bodyguard, which resulted in plaintiff being removed from the competition. More than 150 people are suing Diddy for sexual assault, including John Doe. The creator of Bad Boy Records is presently being held on allegations of prostitute trafficking, conspiracy to commit racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The dirty money of Diddy. While defending him, the singer refers to the fellow member as a weird MF. In an interview released on Wednesday, Dirty Money vocalist Kalena Harper talked about Dawn Richards' lawsuit, Diddy's legal issues, and more. Harper told Breakbeat Media that Richards' lawsuit against Diddy caught her off guard. "I was upset," Harper admitted. Dawn is familiar with me. She also understands that if something had been happening, all she would have needed to do was say something, and it would have been like playing Donkey Kong. For example, "What are you talking about?" That is what we would have jumped. We would have gotten out of there or whatever. However, that was untrue. To be honest with you, albeit me and Puff garnered a deeper friendship, going into it, Dawn and Puff were closer. They got along. Harper questioned whether Richards' claims were true. Harper referred to her fellow Dirty Money member as a weird on multiple occasions. Harper remarked, "I don't want to say, but I think maybe Dawn is. I don't know. I will not sit here and humiliate the devil by lying. However, I'll argue that broke people will stop at nothing to get money. And because I'm confused, I just want what she's saying to be true." Days before his arrest in September, Richard filed a sexual abuse lawsuit against Diddy. Diddy was charged with conspiracy to engage in racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Concerns about witness tampering contributed to Diddy's bail denial. Dozens more calls to Harper were used by the prosecution as proof of tampering. Harper stated, "Puff called me 56 times, so they refused to release him on bail. I feel terrible. Since we are now conducting recall, that is not tampering. Remember that because that is untrue. That's how I felt. Additionally, I will stand on business. That escaped my notice. Dawn didn't appear afraid in any of the videos you saw us in. I noticed that you were acting strangely, so I wondered what was going on with you. I think you're a strange person." It is also a list of "Where are you all? Discuss it. Dawn is a strange dude. I ain't trying to go to jail or no s hashtag. Harper continued. "I'm going to reveal the truth, though, because you guys called me to do so. Everything. Because everyone was present and part of them said they like it. Everyone was present with the